Hello Boro fans, it's Joe from Boro Fan TV and this is the preview for the upcoming game on Saturday the 15th of February with a 3 PM kick-off as the Boro take on Luton Town in the Skybet Championship at the Riverside Stadium. Now this is going to be our second game, going up against teams that currently occupy the bottom three of the Championship at the moment. Now last time out in midweek, the first one against Wigan, we came up with just another point, which is another draw to add to the board. But the good thing is that we're only 7 points, away from the bottom three, so it's still a pretty little margin to go until we're completely safe from the relegation zone. But, back to the game against Wigan, we started off by going a goal behind early on in the first half. Sam Morsey with a shot that found its way into the bottom corner past Ainsley Pears. Put us on the back foot earlier on. But we bounced back, Wigan were down to 10 men with Shea Dunkley sent off for a second bookable offence. And then Lewis Wing carved in another special, even though it took a little bit of a deflection to put it past David Marshall in the Wigan goal. And then another stunner from Lewis Wing made it 2-1. This time David Marshall had zero chance, even though he got a touch to it. But then the unfortunate thing happened, Howard McCurdy's own goal made sure that we went away from the DW Stadium with only just a point. So the next two games you have to consider though for the Boro are must wins. Going out of that game, Lewis Wing, load of confidence coming out of them two goals. It's been a lot of decent performance from long range. And there's an old saying that, remember when Jeremy was at the club, there's a player that can only score great goals, and Lewis Wing is certainly the next step up from what Jeremy brought to the club, pretty much. Now, obviously, the squad-wise, all good, Morrison did all right for his debut, midweek, so he probably might still be in the squad, probably. And then, obviously, Asamoah, even though he didn't perform well against Wigan, we'll see if he stays to his place up front, and obviously Fletcher in there as well. But then all the squads are good, We're still waiting on Shot and Friend to return. Obviously Robertson and Ayala are still injured, so that's the only bit of squad news that we got in the moment. Now obviously, Luton Town, they currently occupy second bottom in the Championship at the moment. The current record at the moment is played 32, won 8, drawn 3 and lost 21. So it's a bit of a knockback for their manager, Graham Jones, a side that was brought up, as League One winners last season, and they find it a struggle at the moment to cope, with the pace of the Championship, considering the fact there are players that they say that can play in League One level are probably might good enough to play in the Championship, particularly their current top scorer, James Collins, which I will get to in a sec, absolutely torched us last time we played him, and they've got other good players in their ranks as well, like Pelly, Ruddock and Panzu, who I do like the look of, driving in midfield, and also you got the likes of Callum McManaman in there as well on their ranks, Jonathan Daniels as well in the heart of the defence, along with Sonny Bradley, and apart from that, there's a good decent squad, they've got at Luton, considering fighting for their Championship lives at the moment. Like I said, last time we played Luton, opening day of the season, expectations were high at that point. We got into an early lead in the 7th minute through Ashley Fletcher's header, and then they pulled off a wonder strike, through Sonny Bradley to level things up for Luton. And then former Middlesbrough player Martin Craney gave Luton the lead, just before half-time. And then second half, we started out well with Britt Sombalonga scoring to equalise, and then Lewis Wing producing up Weldy to give us the lead, and then James Collins ended up nicking a point from the opening day at Kenilworth Road, even though they could have scored more. But I think one got disallowed, for Luton later on with James Collins again. So he's going to be a danger to deal with at the Riverside, coming up on Saturday. Let us know in the comment section what you think, Boro fans. Personally, I think it will be a tough game, considering the form that Luton are in And the last game there, I've got to mention, they won 1-0, surprisingly, at home against Sheffield Wednesday last time out. So they're going to be up for it after that win. And we've got to keep our minds set, because we need to win those 2 games. And the one we've got coming up after that against Barnsley, who occupy the foot of the table at the moment. Do you think it's... Let us know in the comment section, Boro fans. Do you think it's we need to pick up 6 points from those games? I said, my personal opinion, I think so. Considering the fact where we are, we're still just 7 points adrift of the bottom 3. We need to win those 2 games and possibly another couple to ensure our safety in the Championship for next season. And also, if you're watching this on Valentine's Day, today marks 4 years to the day that we've lost Ali Brownlee. He was one of our own, one of a kind for the area, and he's still missed throughout by the town and the club. R.I.P. Ali Brownlee. Let us know in the comment section, Boro fans, what your thoughts and predictions going into the game, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Our social media links are in the description below. So until then, Boro fans, I will see you at the Riverside on Saturday. Take care, up the Boro.